Welcome back. I'm Sage, and this is Easy English with Sage.
Oh, wow. Can you imagine this? You're standing at the airport check-in counter, your heart's beating fast, and the staff looks at you, waiting for your response. You know what you want to say, you've practiced in your head, but suddenly, nothing comes out. I know that feeling. We've all been there, right? That moment when English just disappears from your brain. Okay, but here's the exciting part. Today, we're going to change that together. Today is all about real travel English. We're talking about airports, hotels, conversations you'll actually have when you travel. And guess what? We're going to practice together, step by step, using shadowing technique so you can speak confidently, naturally, and automatically. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Are you ready? Let's dive in. You know, traveling is one of the most beautiful experiences in life. You get to see new places, meet new people, taste amazing food, and create memories that last forever. But here's the thing. If you feel scared or nervous about speaking English during your trip, it can really hold you back. Maybe you understand English when others speak, but when it's your turn to talk, you freeze. Your mind goes blank. You start translating from your language into English, and by the time you finish thinking, the moment is gone. Let me think. Yes, I've heard this from so many learners. You're not alone in this. Millions of people around the world feel exactly the same way. They want to speak English fluently, confidently, without hesitation. They want to enjoy their travels without fear. And that's exactly what we're going to work on today. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to walk you through real conversations, the kind you'll actually meet at the airport and at the hotel. We'll start simple and slowly build up. You'll hear each sentence, and then I'll give you time to repeat it. Say it with me. Practice it. This is called shadowing, and it's one of the most powerful ways to train your brain to think in English, not translate. Your mouth will get used to the sounds, the rhythm, the flow of natural English. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll feel so much more confident. Wow, that's nice, right? Okay, let's begin. Imagine you've just arrived at the airport. You're excited, maybe a little nervous. You walk up to the check-in counter with your passport and ticket in hand. The staff member smiles and says, "Good morning. How can I help you today?" Now, this is your moment. What do you say? It's simple. You smile back and say, "Good morning. I'd like to check in for my flight to London." Easy, right? Let's practice that together. Repeat after me. Good morning. I'd like to check in for my flight to London. Again. Good morning. I'd like to check in for my flight to London. Now the staff will probably ask, "May I see your passport and ticket, please?" And you hand them over and say, "Sure, here you go." Let's try that. Sure, here you go. One more time. Sure, here you go. Perfect. See how natural that sounds? You're not overthinking it. You're just responding. That's the key. Responding naturally, without translating in your head first. Okay, next part. The staff checks your documents and asks, "Would you like a window seat or an aisle seat?" Now this is a great question. If you like looking out at the sky and clouds, you say, "A window seat, please." If you prefer easy access to walk around, you say, "An aisle seat, please." Let's practice both. First, repeat after me. "A window seat, please." Again, "A window seat, please." Good. Now the other option, "An aisle seat, please." One more time. "An aisle seat, please." Excellent. You've got this. Tell me in the comments, are you a window seat person or an aisle seat person? I'm curious. And hey, if you're enjoying this so far, don't forget to subscribe to Easy English with Sage. It really helps you stay motivated and keep practicing every day. Okay, okay, let's keep going. So now the staff member might say, how many bags are you checking in? You look at your luggage and respond. Maybe you have one bag, so you say, just one bag. Or maybe two bags. Two bags, please. Let's practice. Just one bag. Say it with me. Just one bag. And now, two bags, please. Again, two bags, please. Wonderful. You're building your confidence word by word. The staff might then ask, did you pack your bags yourself? This is a standard security question. You simply answer, yes, I packed them myself. Let's repeat. Yes, I packed them myself. One more time. Yes, I packed them myself. Great job. And they might also ask, are you carrying any prohibited items? You respond confidently, no, I'm not. Try it. No, I'm not. Again, no, I'm not. Now here's something important. After all the questions, the staff will hand you your boarding pass and say, here's your boarding pass. Your gate is B12 and boarding starts at 10:30. You want to make sure you understand, so you say, thank you. Which gate is it again? And they'll repeat, gate B12. You smile and say, got it. Thank you so much. Let's practice that whole exchange. Repeat after me. Thank you. Which gate is it again? And then, got it. Thank you so much. One more time, slowly. Thank you. Which gate is it again? Pause. Got it. Thank you so much. Ooh, you sound so natural already. All right, quick break. Did you subscribe yet? I'm watching you. Seriously though, subscribing helps you get daily practice and stay consistent. Consistency is the secret to fluency, my friend. Okay, let's move forward. Now you've checked in your luggage, you have your boarding pass, and you're walking towards security. Oh, wow. Security can feel a little stressful, right? But if you know what to expect, it's no big deal. The security officer might say, please remove your shoes, belt, and any metal objects. You simply nod and say, sure, no problem. Let's try it. Sure, no problem. Again, sure, no problem. Easy. After you go through the scanner, they might say, you're all set, have a safe flight. And you respond warmly, thank you, you too. Let's practice. Thank you, you too. One more time. Thank you, you too. Beautiful. See? These small exchanges make such a big difference. They show respect, friendliness, and confidence. Now you're past security, and you have some time before boarding. Maybe you want to grab a coffee or a snack. You walk up to a cafe and the staff says, hi, what can I get for you? You look at the menu and say, I'd like a cappuccino and a croissant, please. Let's practice that. I'd like a cappuccino and a croissant, please. Again, with confidence. I'd like a cappuccino and a croissant, please. Wonderful. They might ask, for here or to go? If you're staying, you say, for here, please. If you're taking it with you, to go, please. Let's try both. For here, please. And now, to go, please. Excellent. You're doing amazing. When they tell you the price, maybe they say, that'll be $8. You hand over your card or cash and say, here you go. Then they say, thank you. Your order will be ready in a minute. You smile and say, great, thank you. Let's practice that response. Great, thank you. One more time. Great, thank you. Perfect. Now while you're waiting for your coffee, let's talk about something really important. You see, speaking English during travel isn't just about knowing the words. It's about feeling comfortable using them. It's about not panicking when someone asks you a question. It's about training your brain to respond automatically. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. Every sentence you repeat, every phrase you practice, you're building muscle memory in your brain. Your mouth is learning the movements. Your ears are getting used to the sounds, and slowly, bit by bit, English is becoming more natural for you. If you're still with me, type yes in the comments. Let's keep this energy going. We're building real-life English skills here, and I'm so proud of you for sticking with it. All right, it's almost time to board. You hear the announcement. Attention passengers, Flight BA 215 to London is now boarding at gate B12. We invite passengers with small children, passengers needing special assistance, and business class passengers to board first. You wait patiently for your group to be called. Then you hear, "We now invite all remaining passengers to board. Please have your boarding pass ready." You gather your things and walk to the gate. The gate agent scans your boarding pass and says, "Welcome aboard. Your seat is 23A." You say, "Thank you." Simple, clear, confident. Let's say it together. Thank you. Again, thank you. Great. You walk down the aisle of the plane, find your seat, and put your bag in the overhead compartment. Maybe someone is sitting in your seat by mistake. You smile politely and say, "Excuse me, I think that's my seat." They check their ticket and say, "Oh, sorry, my mistake." You respond kindly, "No problem at all. Let's practice." "Excuse me, I think that's my seat." And then, "No problem at all." One more time, both sentences. "Excuse me, I think that's my seat." Pause. "No problem at all." Wonderful. Now you're settled in. You buckle your seatbelt and relax. The flight attendant comes by and says, "Would you like something to drink before takeoff?" You can say, "Yes, water please," or "Orange juice please," or even, "I'm fine, thank you." Let's try all three. First, "Yes, water please." Again, "Yes, water please." Now, "Orange juice please." And finally, "I'm fine, thank you." Perfect. You have options, and you can respond naturally based on what you want. The flight attendant brings your drink and says, "Here you go. Enjoy your flight." You smile and say, "Thank you so much." Let's practice. Thank you so much. One more time. Thank you so much. Beautiful. During the flight, maybe you need to use the restroom, but someone is standing in the aisle. You say politely, "Excuse me, may I get through?" They move and you say, "Thank you." Let's practice. "Excuse me, may I get through?" And then simply, "Thank you." Again, both. "Excuse me, may I get through?" Pause. "Thank you." Great job. Okay, let's talk about something important. Maybe during the flight, you feel a little cold. You want to ask for a blanket. You press the call button, and when the flight attendant comes, you say, "Excuse me, could I get a blanket, please?" They smile and say, "Of course, just a moment." Let's practice that request. "Excuse me, could I get a blanket, please?" One more time. "Excuse me, could I get a blanket, please?" And your response? "Thank you so much." Again, "Thank you so much." Excellent. Now, imagine the flight attendant comes around with the meal service. They push a cart down the aisle and stop at your row. They say, "Would you like chicken or pasta for dinner?" You look at both options and decide. Maybe you say, "I'll have the chicken, please," or "Pasta, please." Let's practice both. "I'll have the chicken, please," and now, "Pasta, please." Good. They place the tray on your table and say, "Enjoy your meal." You respond, "Thank you." Let's say it. "Thank you." Perfect. After eating, maybe you want some coffee. When the flight attendant comes by again, you say, "Could I have a cup of coffee, please?" They ask, "With milk and sugar?" You respond based on your preference. Maybe you say, "Just milk, please," or "Black, no sugar." Let's practice all three. Just milk, please. Now black, no sugar. And finally, both, please. Wonderful. You're becoming so comfortable with these natural exchanges. Tell me in the comments, which sentence was your favorite so far? I love hearing from you. And remember, Every time you practice, you're training your brain to speak automatically. That's the goal, not perfection, automatic, natural speech. The flight continues, and maybe you want to watch a movie or listen to music, but the entertainment system isn't working. You press the call button, and when the flight attendant arrives, you explain politely, "Excuse me, my screen isn't working. Could you help me?" They check it and say, "Let me reset it for you." You wait a moment, and they fix it. You say, "Perfect. Thank you so much." Let's practice that whole exchange. "Excuse me, my screen isn't working. Could you help me?" Pause. "Perfect. Thank you so much." One more time. "Excuse me, my screen isn't working. Could you help me?" Pause. "Perfect. Thank you so much." One more time. "Excuse me, my screen isn't working. Could you help me?" Pause. "Perfect. Thank you so much." Excellent. A few hours later, the pilot announces, "Ladies and gentlemen, we're beginning our descent into London. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. We'll be landing in approximately 20 minutes. You put your seatbelt on and prepare for landing." The plane descends smoothly, and you feel the wheels touch the runway. The pilot announces, "Welcome to London. The local time is 3 p.m. Please remain seated until the seatbelt sign is turned off. Thank you for flying with us." You wait patiently. When it's time, you stand up, grab your bag from the overhead compartment, and exit the plane. As you leave, the flight attendant standing by the door says, "Thank you for flying with us. Have a great day." You smile and say, "Thank you, you too." Let's say it together. Thank you, you too. One more time. Thank you, you too. Perfect. Now you're inside the airport terminal. You follow the signs that say arrivals or immigration or passport control. You stand in line with other passengers waiting your turn. The line moves slowly, and you use this time to prepare mentally. You think about what questions they might ask. You feel a little nervous, but you remind yourself that you've practiced. You know what to say. When it's finally your turn, you walk up to the immigration officer. They look at your passport and ask, "What's the purpose of your visit?" You answer clearly and confidently, "I'm here for tourism," or "I'm here for business," or "I'm visiting family." Let's practice all three options. First, "I'm here for tourism." Again, "I'm here for tourism." Now, "I'm here for business." And finally, "I'm visiting family." Great. Choose the one that fits your situation, and you'll be ready. The officer might ask, "How long are you staying?" You respond calmly, "I'm staying for 1 week, or 2 weeks, or 10 days. Whatever is true for you." Let's try. "I'm staying for 1 week." Again, "I'm staying for 1 week." Good. They might also ask, "Where are you staying?" You answer clearly, "I'm staying at the Hilton Hotel," or "I'm staying with friends," or "I'm staying at an Airbnb." Practice, "I'm staying at the Hilton Hotel." One more time, "I'm staying at the Hilton Hotel." Wonderful. Sometimes the officer asks, "Is this your first time in London?" You respond honestly. If it's your first time, you say, "Yes, it's my first time." If not, "No, I've been here before." Let's practice both. "Yes, it's my first time," and "No, I've been here before." Perfect. They might follow up with, "What will you be doing here?" You can say, "I'll be sightseeing and visiting museums," or "attending meetings," or "spending time with family." Practice, "I'll be sightseeing and visiting museums." Again, "I'll be sightseeing and visiting museums." Great. Finally, the officer stamps your passport and says, "Enjoy your stay." You smile warmly and say, "Thank you very much." Let's say it. "Thank you very much." Again with a smile in your voice. "Thank you very much." Beautiful. You take your passport, walk through, and now you're officially in the country. Congratulations. Okay, quick moment. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is your sign. Ha ha ha. Seriously, subscribing helps you keep learning and improving every single day. We're in this together, my friend. Let's keep going. Now you've passed immigration. Next step is baggage claim. You look up at the screens hanging from the ceiling. They display flight numbers and carousel numbers. You find your flight, BA215 from New York, and it says your luggage will arrive at Carousel 5. You walk over to Carousel 5 and wait with other passengers. The carousel starts moving, and bags begin to appear. You watch carefully for your suitcase. There it is. You grab it and put it on your trolley. But wait, what if your bag doesn't arrive? Don't panic. This happens sometimes, and there's a simple way to handle it. You walk over to the baggage service desk and say, "Excuse me, my luggage didn't arrive." The staff member looks concerned and says, "I'm sorry to hear that. Can I see your baggage claim ticket and your flight details?" You hand over your baggage claim ticket and say, "Here's my ticket. I was on flight BA215 from New York." Let's practice that whole exchange. "Excuse me, my luggage didn't arrive." Pause. "Here's my ticket. I was on flight BA215 from New York." One more time, slowly and clearly. "Excuse me, my luggage didn't arrive." Pause. "Here's my ticket. I was on flight BA215 from New York." Excellent. The staff will fill out a report and say, "We'll track your bag and deliver it to your hotel as soon as it arrives." "Can I have your hotel address and phone number?" You give them the information and say, "I'm staying at the Hilton Hotel on Park Avenue. My phone number is..." They write it down and say, "We'll contact you within 24 hours. You respond, "Thank you for your help." Let's practice. "Thank you for your help." Again, "Thank you for your help." Perfect. Hopefully you won't need this, but now you know exactly what to do if it happens. All right. Let's say your bag arrived safely. You've got your luggage, and now you're walking toward the exit. You pass through the customs area. Sometimes there are two channels: green channel for nothing to declare, and red channel for goods to declare. If you don't have anything to declare, you simply walk through the green channel. Most of the time, you just walk through without stopping. But occasionally, a customs officer might stop you and ask, "Do you have anything to declare?" You simply respond, "No, nothing to declare." Let's practice. "No, nothing to declare." Perfect. Now you're outside the airport, in the arrivals area. Wow, you made it. You're officially in a new country. Ooh, that's exciting. You can see signs everywhere. Some say taxi, some say bus, some say train. You need to get to your hotel. Let's say you decide to take a taxi. You walk over to the official taxi stand and wait in line. When it's your turn, a taxi pulls up. The driver gets out, helps you with your luggage, and asks, "Where to?" You tell them clearly, "The Hilton Hotel on Park Avenue, please." Let's say it. "The Hilton Hotel on Park Avenue, please." One more time. "The Hilton Hotel on Park Avenue, please." Great. The driver nods, loads your bag into the trunk, and you get into the back seat. As the taxi starts moving, the driver might try to make small talk. They glance at you in the rearview mirror and say, "First time in London?" You respond politely, "Yes, it's my first time," or "No, I've been here before." Let's practice both. "Yes, it's my first time," and "No, I've been here before." Good. The driver continues, "How long are you staying?" You already know how to answer this. "I'm staying for 1 week." Perfect. They might say, "That's nice. Are you here for work or vacation?" You respond, "Vacation. I'm here to see the sights." Or, "Work. I have some meetings." Let's practice. Vacation. I'm here to see the sights. And work. I have some meetings. Wonderful. The driver might give you some tips. They say, if you want to see Big Ben and the London Eye, they're both near the river, very beautiful at night. You respond with interest. Oh, that sounds great. Thank you for the tip. Let's say it. Oh, that sounds great. Thank you for the tip. Again. Oh, that sounds great. Thank you for the tip. Perfect. After about 30 minutes, the taxi pulls up in front of your hotel. The driver says, "Here we are, the Hilton Hotel. That'll be £25." You hand over your credit card or cash and say, "Here you go." If you want to give a tip, you can say, "Keep the change," or you can just say, "Thank you." Let's try both. Here you go, keep the change, and thank you. Wonderful. The driver helps you with your luggage and says, "Enjoy your stay in London." You smile and respond, "Thank you, have a great day." Let's practice. Thank you, have a great day. One more time. Thank you, have a great day. Beautiful. You step out of the taxi, grab your suitcase, and look up at the hotel. It's big, modern, and welcoming. You walk through the automatic doors into the lobby. The lobby is spacious and elegant, with soft music playing in the background. You approach the front desk, where a receptionist smiles warmly and says, "Good afternoon. Welcome to the Hilton. How can I help you today?" You smile back and say, "Hi, I have a reservation under the name Sage." Let's practice. Hi, I have a reservation under the name Sage. One more time. Hi, I have a reservation under the name Sage. The receptionist types on the computer and says, "Yes, I see it here. You're staying with us for 3 nights. Is that correct?" You confirm, "Yes, that's correct." Let's say it. Yes, that's correct. Again, yes, that's correct. Perfect. The receptionist continues. "Can I see your passport and a credit card for incidentals, please?" You hand them over and say, "Sure, here you go." Practice. "Sure, here you go." Again, "Sure, here you go." Great. The receptionist processes everything and then says, "You're all set. You're in room 512 on the 5th floor. Here are your key cards. I'm giving you 2 in case you lose one." Breakfast is served from 7 to 10 a.m. in the restaurant on the ground floor. The gym is on the 2nd floor, and the pool is open until 9 p.m. That's a lot of information. You want to make sure you remember, so you ask, "What time is breakfast again?" They repeat patiently, "From 7 to 10 a.m. You say, "Got it. Thank you." "What time is breakfast again?" "Got it. Thank you." One more time. "What time is breakfast again?" "Got it. Thank you." Wonderful. You might also want to ask about the Wi-Fi. You say, "Is there Wi-Fi in the room?" The receptionist smiles and says, "Yes, the network name and password are on a card in your room. It's complimentary for all guests." You respond, "Perfect. Thank you so much." Let's try it. "Is there Wi-Fi in the room?" And then, "Perfect. Thank you so much." Again. "Is there Wi-Fi in the room?" "Perfect. Thank you so much." Beautiful. Before you head to your room, you might want to ask one more question. Maybe you're curious about nearby restaurants or attractions. You say, "Could you recommend a good place for dinner nearby?" The receptionist thinks for a moment and says, "Absolutely. There's an excellent Italian restaurant just around the corner called Luigi's. It's very popular with our guests." You respond, "That sounds wonderful. Thank you for the recommendation." Let's practice. "Could you recommend a good place for dinner nearby?" Pause. "That sounds wonderful. Thank you for the recommendation." Perfect. Now you're heading to your room. You walk toward the elevators, pulling your suitcase behind you. The elevator doors open. You step inside and you press the button for the 5th floor. Maybe there's another guest in the elevator with you. They're holding several shopping bags and struggling to press their floor button. You want to be helpful, so you ask, Which floor? They smile gratefully and say, "Third floor, please." You press the button and say, "There you go." Let's practice. Which floor? And there you go. Simple, friendly, and natural. The elevator reaches the third floor. The other guest gets off and says, "Thank you." You respond, "You're welcome." The doors close again and you continue up to the fifth floor. The elevator dings. The doors open and you step out into a quiet, carpeted hallway. You look at the signs on the wall. Rooms 501 to 520 are to the right. You walk down the hallway, find room 512, and swipe your keycard. The light turns green, you hear a click, and you push the door open. You step inside, and finally, the room is clean, comfortable, and welcoming. There's a big bed with crisp white sheets, a desk by the window, a TV on the wall, and a small sitting area. You put your suitcase down, close the door behind you, and take a deep breath. You made it. You're here. But wait, maybe something in the room isn't quite right. Maybe the air conditioning isn't working, or the TV remote is missing, or there aren't enough towels. No problem at all. You know exactly what to do. You pick up the phone on the nightstand and press the button for the front desk. It rings twice, and someone answers. You speak clearly and politely. "Hi, this is room 512. The air conditioning isn't working. Could you send someone to check it, please?" Let's practice. "Hi, this is room 512. The air conditioning isn't working. Could you send someone to check it, please?" One more time, slowly and clearly. "Hi, this is room 512. The air conditioning isn't working. Could you send someone to check it, please?" Excellent. The front desk responds immediately. "Of course, we'll send maintenance right away. They should be there in about 5 minutes." You say, "Thank you so much." Practice. "Thank you so much." Perfect. And true to their word, 5 minutes later, there's a knock on your door. You open it, and a friendly maintenance worker says, "Hi, I'm here to check your air conditioning." You step aside and say, "Come in, please." They fix the problem quickly, test it to make sure it's working, and say, "All done. Is there anything else you need?" You respond, "No, that's perfect. Let's practice." "No, that's perfect. Thank you so much." Again, "No, that's perfect. Thank you so much." Great. Okay, let's say everything in the room is fine now. You unpack your clothes, hang them in the closet, take a nice hot shower, and change into comfortable clothes. Now you're feeling hungry. It's been a long day of traveling, and you don't feel like going out. You decide to order room service. You pick up the phone again and look at the room service menu on the desk. You press the button for room service, and someone answers cheerfully. "Room service, how can I help you?" You say, "Hi, I'd like to order dinner, please. Can I have a chicken sandwich and a bottle of water?" Let's try it. "Hi, I'd like to order dinner, please. Can I have a chicken sandwich and a bottle of water?" One more time. "Hi, I'd like to order dinner, please. Can I have a chicken sandwich and a bottle of water?" Great. The person on the phone asks, "What kind of bread would you like? We have white, whole wheat, or sourdough." You respond, "Whole wheat, please." They continue, "And would you like any sides? Fries, salad, or fruit?" You say, "Fries, please." Let's practice those responses. "Whole wheat, please," and "Fries, please." Perfect. They confirm our order. So that's 1 chicken sandwich on whole wheat with fries and a bottle of water. Your total is $18, and it'll be ready in about 20 minutes. You say, "Perfect. Thank you." Let's say it. Perfect. Thank you. Again, perfect. Thank you. 20 minutes later, there's a knock on your door. You open it, and a room service attendant is standing there with a tray. They say, "Good evening. Here's your dinner." You smile and say, "Thank you so much. Just put it on the table, please." They bring it in, set it down carefully, and say, "Enjoy your meal. If you need anything else, just call the front desk." You respond, "I will. Thank you." Let's practice. Thank you so much. Just put it on the table, please. Pause. I will. Thank you. Wonderful. After enjoying your meal, you relax, watch some TV, and eventually drift off to sleep. The next morning, your alarm goes off. You wake up feeling refreshed and excited for the day ahead. You get dressed and decide to go down for breakfast. You take the elevator to the ground floor and follow the signs to the restaurant. When you walk in, a host greets you with a smile. Good morning. Are you a guest at the hotel? You respond, yes, I'm in room 512. They say, wonderful. Please have a seat anywhere you like. The buffet is over there, or you can order from the menu. You say, I'll try the buffet. Thank you. Let's practice. Yes, I'm in room 512. Pause. I'll try the buffet. Thank you. Perfect. You find a nice table by the window, sit down, and a waiter immediately comes over with a coffee pot. They ask, would you like coffee or tea? You answer, coffee, please. They pour you a cup and say, cream and sugar are on the table. Enjoy your breakfast. You respond, thank you. Simple and natural. You walk over to the buffet and see so many delicious options. Fresh fruit, pastries, eggs, bacon, pancakes, yogurt, cereal. You fill your plate and return to your table. As you're eating, the waiter stops by and asks, how is everything? You smile and say, it's delicious. Thank you. Let's practice. It's delicious. Thank you. One more time. It's delicious. Thank you. Great. After finishing breakfast, you go back to your room, grab your bag, and get ready to explore the city. Before you leave, you stop by the front desk to ask for recommendations. You say, excuse me, I'd like to do some sightseeing today. What would you recommend? The receptionist smiles and says, well, if it's your first time in London, I definitely recommend visiting Big Ben, the Tower of London, and Buckingham Palace. They're all must-see attractions. You respond, that sounds perfect. How far is Big Ben from here? They explain, it's about a 15-minute walk, or you can take the tube. The station is just 2 blocks away. You say, great. Thank you so much for your help. Let's practice that whole conversation. Excuse me, I'd like to do some sightseeing today. What would you recommend? Pause. That sounds perfect. How far is Big Ben from here? Pause. Great. Thank you so much for your help. Wonderful. You leave the hotel feeling confident and excited. You walk to the tube station, buy a ticket, and navigate the system like a pro. You spend the whole day exploring, taking photos, trying local food, meeting friendly people. By the evening, you're tired but happy. You return to the hotel, and as you walk through the lobby, the same receptionist from earlier sees you and says, did you have a good day? You smile and say, yes, it was amazing. London is beautiful. They respond, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. You say, thank you. Have a good evening. Let's practice. Yes, it was amazing. London is beautiful. Pause. Thank you. Have a good evening. Perfect. The next couple of days pass in a wonderful blur of sightseeing, eating, and experiencing everything London has to offer. But before we get to your last day, let me tell you about something that happened on your second evening in London. You're back at the hotel after a long day of walking around the city. Your feet are tired, your phone is full of beautiful photos, and you're feeling really proud of yourself because you had so many conversations in English today. You ordered coffee at a cafe. You asked for directions from a friendly local. You even chatted with someone at a museum about the artwork. And you know what? You didn't freeze. You didn't panic. The words just came out naturally because you've been practicing. You go up to your room, change into comfortable clothes, and decide you want to explore the hotel amenities a bit more. You remember the receptionist mentioned there's a gym and a pool. You think, maybe I'll go for a swim to relax. So you put on your swimsuit, grab a towel from the bathroom, and head down to the pool area on the second floor. When you arrive, there's a staff member at the entrance. They smile and say, "Good evening. Are you a hotel guest?" You respond confidently, "Yes, I'm staying in room 512. They say, "Perfect. The pool closes at 9 p.m., so you have about an hour. Enjoy." You smile and say, "Thank you." Let's practice that quick exchange. "Yes, I'm staying in room 512. Pause. Thank you." One more time. "Yes, I'm staying in room 512. Pause. Thank you." Beautiful. You walk into the pool area and wow, it's lovely. The water is clear and inviting. There are comfortable lounge chairs and soft music is playing. You set your towel down on a chair and slip into the water. Ah, it feels amazing after a long day of walking. You swim a few laps, float on your back, and just relax. After about 30 minutes, another guest comes to the pool. They seem friendly, and they smile at you. They say, "The water's nice, isn't it?" This is a perfect opportunity to practice casual conversation. You respond, "Yes, it's really refreshing. I needed this after all the walking today." Let's practice. "Yes, it's really refreshing. I needed this after all the walking today." One more time. "Yes, it's really refreshing. I needed this after all the walking today." Great. They continue the conversation. "Oh, are you visiting London?" You say, "Yes, I'm here for a few days. It's my first time." They respond enthusiastically, "That's wonderful. What have you seen so far?" You think about your day and answer, "I visited Big Ben and Westminster Abbey today. They were incredible." Let's practice. "Yes, I'm here for a few days. It's my first time." Pause. "I visited Big Ben and Westminster Abbey today. They were incredible." Perfect. They give you a recommendation. If you have time, you should definitely visit Camden Market. It's amazing for shopping and food. You respond with interest. "Oh, that sounds great. I'll definitely check it out. Thank you for the tip." Let's say it. "Oh, that sounds great. I'll definitely check it out. Thank you for the tip." One more time. "Oh, that sounds great. I'll definitely check it out. Thank you for the tip." Wonderful. This is exactly what I'm talking about, my friend. These natural, spontaneous conversations. This is real English in real life. And you're handling it beautifully. You see, when you practice like we're doing today, you're not just memorizing phrases. You're building the confidence to have real conversations with real people. And that's what travel is all about, right? Connecting with people, sharing experiences, making memories. If you're enjoying this practice, don't forget to leave a comment telling me where you'd most like to travel. And please subscribe to Easy English with Sage so you can keep improving every single day. Your future self will thank you. Okay, let's continue our story. After your swim, you go back to your room, take a shower, and realize you're getting hungry. But tonight, you don't want room service. You want to try that Italian restaurant the receptionist recommended, Luigi's. You get dressed, grab your phone and wallet, and head downstairs. At the front desk, you stop and ask, "Excuse me, could you give me directions to Luigi's restaurant again?" The receptionist smiles and says, "Of course. Turn right when you exit the hotel. Walk to the end of the block, and it's on the corner. You can't miss it. There's a big red sign." You say, "Perfect. Thank you so much." Let's practice. "Excuse me, could you give me directions to Luigi's restaurant again?" Pause. "Perfect. Thank you so much." Great. You follow the directions and find the restaurant easily. When you walk in, The host greets you warmly in a thick Italian accent. Buonasera. Good evening. Welcome to Luigi's. How many people? You respond, just one, please. He says, perfecto, right this way. He leads you to a cozy table by the window and hands you a menu. Your server will be right with you. Enjoy. You say, thank you. Let's practice. Just one, please. Pause. Thank you. Simple and natural. A few minutes later, your server arrives. She's friendly and energetic. Good evening. My name is Maria, and I'll be taking care of you tonight. Can I start you off with something to drink? You look at the menu and say, I'll have a glass of red wine, please. She responds, excellent choice. And have you decided on your meal, or do you need a few more minutes? You say, I need a few more minutes, please. She smiles, no problem at all. Take your time. Let's practice those responses. I'll have a glass of red wine, please. Pause. I need a few more minutes, please. Perfect. You look through the menu. Everything looks delicious. Pasta, pizza, risotto, seafood. It's hard to choose. When Maria comes back with your wine, she asks, have you decided? You say, yes, I'll have the spaghetti carbonara, please. She writes it down and asks, would you like a salad to start? You think for a moment and say, yes, that sounds good. I'll have the Caesar salad. She responds, wonderful. Your salad will be out in just a few minutes. Let's practice. Yes, I'll have the spaghetti carbonara, please. Pause. Yes, that sounds good. I'll have the Caesar salad. Excellent. The food arrives, and oh wow, it's absolutely delicious. The best Italian food you've ever had. When Maria comes to check on you, she asks, how is everything? You respond enthusiastically, it's incredible. Really, really good. She beams with pride. I'm so happy you like it. Can I get you anything else? You say, no, I'm good, thank you. Let's practice. It's incredible. Really, really good. Pause. No, I'm good, thank you. Great. After you finish your meal, Maria brings you the check. She says, whenever you're ready, no rush. You look at the bill, take out your credit card and say, I'm ready now, here you go. She processes the payment and brings back the receipt. You add a tip and say, thank you so much, the food was amazing. She responds, you're very welcome. Please come back and see us again. You smile warmly and say, I definitely will. Have a great night. Let's practice. Thank you so much. The food was amazing. Pause. I definitely will. Have a great night. Beautiful. You walk back to the hotel feeling happy and satisfied. You had an incredible meal. You practiced your English with real people in a real situation, and you handled everything with confidence. This is what I want you to feel every time you use English. Confident, comfortable, natural. Tell me in the comments, what's your favorite food? Italian? Chinese? Indian? I'd love to know. The next morning, you wake up early because you want to make the most of your last full day in London. You go down for breakfast again, and this time you recognize some of the staff from yesterday. The host at the restaurant sees you and says, good morning, welcome back. Same table as yesterday? You smile and say, yes, please, that would be great. He leads you to the same table by the window, and you sit down feeling like a regular guest. Let's practice. Yes, please, that would be great. One more time. Yes, please, that would be great. Perfect. Today you're planning to visit the Tower of London and then take a walk along the Thames River. After breakfast, you go back to your room, grab your backpack with your camera, water, and snacks, and head out. At the front desk, you stop one more time to ask, what's the best way to get to the Tower of London? The receptionist says, you can take the tube from my nearest station. Get on the district line and go to Tower Hill Station. It's very easy. You respond, that sounds simple. Thank you. Let's practice. What's the best way to get to the Tower of London? Pause. That sounds simple. Thank you. Great. You follow the instructions, take the tube like a local, and arrive at the Tower of London. It's magnificent, full of history, beautiful architecture, and fascinating stories. You spend hours exploring, learning about the crown jewels, the ravens, and the famous prisoners who were held there. By mid-afternoon, you're walking along the Thames River, watching the boats go by, seeing the street performers, enjoying the sunshine. You stop at a little food stall because you want to try traditional fish and chips. The vendor says, "What can I get you, love?" You say, "One fish and chips, please." He asks, "Salt and vinegar?" You respond, "Yes, please." He wraps it up and hands it to you. That'll be £7.50. You pay and say, "Let's practice. One fish and chips, please." Pause. "Yes, please." Pause. "Thank you." Perfect. You find a bench by the river, sit down, and enjoy your fish and chips while watching the world go by. People are jogging, families are having picnics, tourists are taking photos. You feel so grateful for this experience. And you know what? You feel proud of yourself because you're here in a foreign country using English confidently, navigating everything on your own. A few months ago, maybe you would have been too scared to do this, but not anymore. You've practiced, you've prepared, and now you're living it. This is the power of practice, my friend. This is what happens when you commit to learning, when you don't give up, when you believe in yourself. As the sun starts to set, you head back to the hotel. You're tired, but happy. Tomorrow morning, you'll check out and head to the airport to fly home. But tonight, you want to rest and reflect on this amazing trip. But soon, it's your last day. You wake up and there's a bittersweet feeling in your heart. You've loved every moment in London, but you're also excited to go home and share your stories with family and friends. You pack your suitcase carefully, making sure you don't forget anything. You do one final check of the room: closet, bathroom, drawers, under the bed. Everything's packed. You take your suitcase and head down to the lobby one last time. The elevator doors open, and you wheel your luggage toward the front desk. The same friendly receptionist who checked you in is there, and they smile when they see you. "Good morning. Checking out today?" You respond with a smile. "Yes, room 512, please." Let's practice. "Yes, room 512, please." Again. "Yes, room 512, please." Great. They pull up your account on the computer and ask, "How was your stay? Did you enjoy London?" You respond warmly and honestly. "I loved it. The hotel was perfect, and London is such an amazing city. I had the best time." The receptionist's face lights up. "That makes me so happy to hear. We loved having you here. Did you use the minibar or have any additional charges?" You think back and say, "No, I didn't use anything extra." Let's practice. "I loved it. The hotel was perfect, and London is such an amazing city. I had the best time." Pause. "No, I didn't use anything extra." Good. The receptionist prints out your final bill and says, "Your total is $153. How would you like to pay?" You hand over your credit card and say, "Credit card, please." They process the payment quickly, hand you your receipt, and say, "Here you go. Thank you so much for staying with us. We hope to see you again soon." You respond genuinely, "Thank you for everything. I'll definitely come back next time I'm in London." Let's practice. "Credit card, please." Pause. "Thank you for everything." I'll definitely come back next time I'm in London. As you're about to leave, the receptionist says, "Oh, would you like us to call you a taxi to the airport?" You say, "Yes, please. That would be very helpful." They pick up the phone, make a quick call, and say, "A taxi will be here in about 5 minutes." You respond, "Perfect. Thank you so much." Let's say it. "Yes, please. That would be very helpful." Pause. "Perfect. Thank you so much." Wonderful. You wait in the lobby, looking around one last time at the beautiful space where you've spent the past few days. The taxi arrives, the driver comes in to help with your luggage, and you say goodbye to the hotel staff. They wave and say, "Safe travels." You wave back and say, "Thank you, goodbye." Let's practice. Thank you, goodbye. Simple and warm. In the taxi on the way to the airport, you look out the window at the streets of London passing by. You think about all the conversations you had, all the people you met, all the confidence you built. And you realize something important. You did it. You traveled to a foreign country. You used English every single day, and you didn't let fear stop you. My friend, can I tell you something? You've just completed an incredible journey with me today. We've traveled together from the very first moment at the check-in counter. Through security, onto the plane, through immigration, baggage claim, customs, taxis, hotel check-in, room service, breakfast, sightseeing, restaurants, swimming pools, casual conversations with strangers, and finally, checkout. Every single step of the way, you've practiced real, useful, practical English that you'll actually use when you travel. And here's the beautiful part. You didn't just read these sentences, you repeated them, you practiced them, you made them part of your memory. And that's how real fluency happens. Not through grammar books or boring exercises, but through real practice, real repetition, real conversations. I want you to understand something very important. Right now, at this very moment, you're already better at English than you were when we started. You've added dozens of new phrases to your vocabulary. You've trained your mouth to form English sounds more naturally. You've built confidence. And that confidence is everything. You see, speaking English fluently isn't about being perfect. It's not about never making mistakes. It's about being able to communicate, to express yourself, to connect with people. And you can do that. You are doing that. Right now. So here's what I want you to do next. First, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Easy English with Sage. When you subscribe, you'll get daily English lessons, real conversations, and continuous practice. And consistency is the key to fluency. One video a day, every day, and in a few months, your English will transform completely. Second, watch this video again. Yes, watch it again tomorrow. And the day after. Repetition is your best friend. The more you repeat these sentences, the more automatic they become. Your brain will store them in long-term memory, and when you need them in real life, they'll just flow out naturally. Third, practice out loud. Don't just listen, speak. Say these sentences when you're alone in your room. Imagine you're at the airport. Imagine you're at the hotel. Visualize the situations and practice the sentences. Your brain can't tell the difference between real practice and imagined practice. So this technique is incredibly powerful. And finally, believe in yourself. I know that learning English can feel difficult sometimes. I know that you might feel shy or scared to speak. I know that you might worry about making mistakes or sounding silly. But listen to me. Every single fluent English speaker in the world was once a beginner. Every single one. They felt the same fears you feel, but they kept going. They kept practicing, and now they speak confidently and naturally. You can do the same. You are doing the same, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Thank you for trusting me as your teacher. Thank you for practicing, for repeating, for believing in yourself. I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to see how much you'll improve. Remember, my friend, small steps every day lead to big results. Keep practicing, keep believing, and keep speaking English. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care, stay positive, and never give up on your dreams. You've got this.